Budget fellas, it's $20 Tuesday. Today we are going to build a deck for roughly $20, discuss the strategy, and do some play testing to see how exactly the deck operates. And the deck we have in question is none other than Traptrix. I'm telling you, these girls are going to trap you and trick you and yeah, all these things. Alright, we're gonna set this deck profile with 3 of the best cards in the deck. Best monster, 3 of your Momelo. This card basically searches your trap hole cards, which basically is what the deck runs on. Trap cards, trap hole cards specifically. The next card we are gonna run 3 copies of is definitely the Mantis. Like, this card is really good. After we go with what the new support will receive, the Traptrix that special summon itself, this card just became 10 times better. If you don't see Momelo, you want to see this guy. Well, this chick. The card actually in question, the card I'm actually talking about is the Camper. This card basically special summons itself, which is quite a good thing, because if you do open Mantis, summon Mantis, search this special summon itself, you know, you're all good. You're all good. This card also has an effect where it can protect you, because you know one of the biggest weak points to the Traptrix cards are destruction. Your opponent plays happy, like in Storm, your back row is gone. Man, it really hurts. So this card basically protects your set trap cards and spell cards actually from being destroyed each turn. You know, so you're good. And during your main phase, if you control a Traptrix monster, like I said, you can actually special summon it. And this is a quick effect. So you can hold it in your hand, your opponent goes happy, feathered duster, smiling, swinging the hand for the GGs, and you're like, nah bro, you Yugioh on them and you just activate this card and like, nah fam, all my set trap cards are fine. Yeah, I know. This card's quite nice, but it's more of an extender. I can't remember the last time I activated the effect to protect a card on the field. It's always some form of extend, OTK push or whatnot. Camper is sweet. Camper is sweet. Next, we are gonna play 3 copies of Pudika. Okay, now this card is this is from a love-hate relationship with this card. You really have to know this card. One has 2 effects. The first effect is upon being normal summon, it allows you to search your field spell. Yeah, Traptrix do have a field spell now. It's not amazing, but it's alright. It works. But the second effect of Pudika is when it's special summon, you can target a special summon monster your opponent control and you banish it. But the flip side to that is during the next standby phase, your opponent can special summon or one of the banished monsters, not the monster that got banished, but one of the monsters they have that are banished. Yeah, so bro, sometimes you know you really have to know how to work with this card, because yeah, you know, she's young, man. She's young. She hasn't really caught on the drift. She hasn't really caught onto the drift. And the next one you're gonna play 2 copies of Diana. Yeah, I love this card. So now you can even slap this card up to free, but I think free is killing it, because you don't tend to want to see this in your opening hand. Depend on the build you're playing. It really depends. I think I played a build once and I really maximized on this, and saw it in my first hand was a good thing. But yeah, it really depends, because if you open this with Diana, with Pudika, then you got a full combo, because you have an extra normal summon, and this is what the field card does. So yeah, it's quite good. But what I love about this, and all the Traptrix tend to have 2 effects. I don't know if we discussed the second effect of, we definitely didn't discuss the second effect of Momelo and Mantis. Momelo, when special summon, its second effect pops a card on the field. Doesn't matter if whether there's a card on the field or not, it attempts to pop a card, which it triggers the effect, which triggers your. You gotta get. I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but yeah, but everybody kind of like knows what Traptrix does, so I guess it's fine. The second effect of Mantis is it returns a set card to your hand. Yeah, there's a trick to it. This is a very niche effect, but it comes in handy so much because it works in conjunction with Diana. Because when Diana's second effect, it's special summons, it sets one of your trap hole cards from the graveyard to the field. And the other turn it's banished or it's destroyed. So what you're gonna do, basically you're gonna use Mantis to return that set card to your hand, and you set it back. It's a fresh card, doesn't count. So you're all fine. So you see the deck has ways of working around some of the defects it have. Similar to the Pudika, like I said, that there's a way you can prevent the opponent from retrieving that monster or retrieving that monster from the banished pile. There's a way, but we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna see how exactly the deck, like like budget decks tend to just always have this form of limiter on them, because since you cheap, you can't do so many good things, just little good things, and like top expensive decks can slide. They can do the most amazing things with no drawbacks. That's crazy, right? That is crazy, right? After that, we're gonna play the only spell card I'm playing in the deck. Is the Traptrix Garden. This there is the field spell, which is what Pudica Search is. This basically gives you an extra normal summon of a Traptrix monster, which is great because all Traptrix have a normal summon effect. It's a normal summon deck, you know. So yeah, like I said, it's okay. It's not bad. But the second effect is quite interesting. Well, I'll say the first because the second effect more lies on battle protection. If one of your Traptrix or plant actually or insect monster would be destroyed by battle, it's not destroyed. Yeah, this card protects it, which is cute. But the third effect allows you to banish one of your monsters. Doesn't specify if Traptrix or insect or plant. You just banish one of your monsters. Special summon one Traptrix monster from your hand or your grave. Yeah, that's cute. That's nice. One of the cards I love, which is not engine. One of the cards I love the most in this deck is the Parallel Exceed. So Parallel Exceed basically allows you to spam your exceed level run 4 exceed monster, which is basically what the deck entails. Like once you summon a monster, link monster, there's an arrow. Free this card special summon itself to that arrow or a link arrow, and then it special summons another one from the deck. So you're gonna play 3 copies. Basically, since you're playing a link 1 deck, which an arrow pointing down, so this card and any Traptrix monster is straight up a quick combo. So that like there's no reason not to play Parallel Exceed. No reason whatsoever. To close out the monster, we're playing some hand traps because we tend to have a lot of space in this deck to slap in some hand trap. We're playing free Ash. Yeah, there's this format, especially with the Malcherries. The Ash is needed. All right, let's just put it this way: if you're playing Yugioh without Ash, yeah, it's gonna be tough, my guy. It's gonna be tough with all the Furara, Malcherries, or what the names are, right? Yeah, you need Ash. You need Ash, specifically these guys. You need Ash. Droll is also great. This format, Droll is fantastic. So Ash, Droll, backing up your Traptrix cards, it feels nice. It feels nice. The last hand trap we're gonna play, Imperm, yeah, it's a must. It's a trap deck. Trap cards trigger our monsters, our effects. Why not play Imperm, right? Imperm it's necessary. Like it's a must. Like if anybody said that you shouldn't play Imperm, yeah, they smack them in the face. I'm kidding, bro. Stop the violence. Stop the violence and subscribe. Subscribe, my guy. No. Now let's jump into the trap hole cards. One of the best trap hole cards. This is not a trap hole card. However, yeah, it's a trap hole card. Hold on, Terror. Yeah, this card it's basically a monster. This guy needs to be a trap. That's like, yeah, they've evolved so much now. They're becoming trap cards. Sad. It's sad. So basically, this card, you see this card in your opening hand. My God, it's full combo, bro. It is full combo. And this is why I said that Mamelo is one of the best, because Mamelo searches you discard, and you have another trap hole card in your hand. Full combo, bro. Full combo, straight up. And if this deck full combo is quite simple, quite nice, very effective. Right? You're playing 3 copies. Yeah, we don't have to discuss the amount, what quantity we play. Like, come on, guys. We all know already. If you're gonna play 6, we do, right? Floodgate trap hole. The second. This is one of my favorite now. In most trap holes, you tend to play one of each, right? This one is the best, in my opinion, right? In terms of going first, because this is one of the trap holes that is always active. This card with on the field with your Sarah is the best, because if your opponent summons a monster, you can activate this card to put them face down instantly, and Sarah then kicks in the effect, because most players want to remove Sarah on the field. Sarah remaining on the field is basically negging the opponent while you plus, and this is the concept of Traptrix. You neg the opponent while you plus, like, bro, I'm not joking. You plus like dangerously. You neg the opponent 1-2, you plus 3-4. Like, I'm telling you, Sarah effect is just straight up the back. So original like Floodgate, right? Your opponent can wing over, or find a way tiptoeing over some of your trap cards without triggering them, hence you won't get Sarah effect. However, if you have Floodgate, and this is the card I'm always setting first with Sarah, or I'm always searching with my Momelo, because I know it's always active. You summon, I put your card face down. Nobody's running over my Sarah for free. Nah, bro, that's not gonna happen. Right? Let's use bottomless one example. Like, you know, the opponent can, for some reason, summon a monster under 1500. The other cards, the opponent cannot activate certain cards, you know, the effects on this run over your Sarah. So this is the reason why I'm playing 2 of the Floodgate Trap Hole. I love this card. It's very effective. Secondly, Chain Hole. Yeah, we don't see much persons playing this card. I don't know why. This here is hands down in my top 5 favorite cards in this deck. The fact that the fact that it kind of like just destroy chains. The fact that it destroy chains is so good, because if you don't know what this card does, because a lot of persons do not play this card. When your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, bro, yes, you know, you activate the chain, hand traps the chain. No, you know, nah, bro, you break the back, you negate that opponent's effect. Then your opponent has to banish one card from the hand or deck with the same name. But you know what happens if they can't? Because sometimes, you know, they play in activate a monster effect and they only have one copy of that monster. You know what you do, bro? You banish one random card from your opponent's hand. Yep. Alright, you know, bro, you're gonna ash me. Either you banish ash from your deck, you know, or I banish a card from your hand. Okay. Or you know, you're gonna activate the effect of this special summon monster on the field, which you only running one of. You know what happen? Negate it. You don't have any other than this card. Banish a card from your hand, bro. This we will see it in action, bro. We will see it in action. I really love this card. Bottomless Trap Hole, of course, you know, destroy and banish. You know, some monsters tend to get the effect when they get destroyed. Bottomless is like, nah, bro, you're gonna be falling forever until the duel ends. Yeah, to this day, I still have some monsters falling in the deep end. They're still falling deep. This is worse than the shallow realm. Then the Gravekeeper's Trap Hole, boom. This is one card you can maybe play multiples of, because this card is great with hand traps everywhere. Yeah, your opponent cannot activate hand traps. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or grave, or when your opponent banishes a monster effect to activate, nah, fam. And we all know in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's so many cards with these requirements to be sent from the hand, banished from the grave, or banished, like, nah, bro. And you know what? Negate and lose 2,000 life points. Bro, you can literally win on time with this card. Or you can just burn your opponent out. Seriously, I love this card. Yeah, you can play multiple of this card. You can definitely play multiple. Time Space Trap Hole. When your opponent special summons a monster from their hand or extra deck, you know, some cards say they cannot be destroyed. This card's like, nah, I don't care, fam. Shuffle that monster back into the deck, and we lose 1,000 life points, right, for each monster. You know, like, you know, that was great. All these cards can work on multiple cards together. If the opponent summons multiple monsters simultaneously, which, you know, with Pendulum not a thing now, we don't get this much, you know, unfortunately. But I like this card. The other Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. If your opponent special summon a monster and they activate that monster's effect this turn, nah, bro, back's gonna get broken. Nah, fam, back's gonna get broken. And the last, this is one of the new ones. If your opponent special summon a monster this turn, you can target one monster your opponent control. If 2,000 more attack, destroy it. And if you have a trap hole in your graveyard, you can banish one monster from your opponent's graveyard also, which is nice. Like, it's a little bonus, because are you definitely gonna have a normal trap card in your graveyard? It's a Traptrix deck, for crying out loud. So like, yeah, what do you expect? Come on, man. Okay, I know we have the whole Terror, but I'm still playing shit Brigadier, because like, wait, why not? I love that. Sarah with a trap card activating the same turn it's summoned, it just gives you full combo. So there's no reason why I'm still not gonna play 2 of this card. So basically we have extended upon extended, because yeah, just check the deck break profile, like extenders. This is an extended, this is an extended, this is extended, this is an extended. Bro, we have this is an extender. We have extenders for days. So why won't I play this? Let's jump into the extra deck, and we're gonna see. I really love the Traptrix extra deck monsters. You're gonna play 3 series. Yeah, this is hands down. You're gonna play, Bruce. You're gonna be surprised. Sometimes you burn out of this card. There are times I'm like, bro, I'm Sarah-less. Like, I'm Sarah, because the opponent needs to remove Sarah of the field like ASAP, because if not, they're not gonna be enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a grind deck. It grinds like crazy. When you think Traptrix are out, yeah, bro, there's like, bro, I'm just getting started. I can do this whole day. That's what Captain America said, right? Something along the lines. If you're Marvel fans, you should know what he said. Right? We're playing free Sarahs, right? Free Sarahs is a must. Then we also receive this Calaria. I like this name, right? Calaria. Basically, we got a 2-link Traptrix. Other than Sarah, we have another link Traptrix. Well, what's amazing about this card is when you activate one of your trap world cards, you can either set the card again. It doesn't have to go to your group. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? And like one of my favorite cards to set with this card, the channel, right? This channel. I activate channel, resolve whatnot, effect, set that card back. So during the opponent's turn, when they try and interact with my cards, I'm like, nah, bro. Channel again, right? Channel again, because this is amazing. This card also has another effect during the end phase. It sucks. It's during the end phase, it can special summon one of your Traptrix monsters in defense. And the fact that it states defense, which means you cannot special summon link monsters. Bro, this card could have summoned Sarah back in the field. That card would have been busted to the max. This card would have been busted. And yeah, it's unaffected by trap. Yeah. All the Traptrix monsters are unaffected by the effect of trap effects. Trap card, trap effects. Right, you know. Next we have on the list another link monster. We got a link free. Give you the boost of attack. Because one of the things Traptrix really was weak against was monsters with massive attack. Right? This card, once it gets to the field, you get a boost of 1,000 attack. Once you have a normal trap card in the field. This also gives you a form of negate. You can negate some of the opponent monsters on the field. Face-up cards on the field. You can target face-up cards your opponent control up to the number of insect and plant monsters you control. Negate this effect. Then you can apply one of this effect. You can banish one trap card from your graveyard. Destroy one of the targeted face-up cards, which is quite good. You get a spot removal and you get a way to destroy negate cards on the field. That is quite interesting. I love this card. And here we see one of the favorite. Yeah, this is one you're gonna play 2 copies of Reflection. You wanna go into Reflection as soon as possible. This card basically allows you to activate your trap cards from your deck and also protects all of your Traptrix monsters. Traptrix monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect once this card is on the field. So your opponent's gonna be attacking for Sarah because they need Sarah off the field, but Sarah won't die because Reflection on the field. I got your back, son. I got your back. So yeah, I'm playing 2 copies of the Reflection. I'm playing 1 copy of Pringles. Yeah, I'm calling it Pringles. Like for some reason, the name this sounds Pringly. This is a searcher. So we got a searcher. So basically 2 level 4s. Yeah, the next part level 4 is like easy. 2 level 4s gives you a search to your Traptrix monsters unaffected by trap effects again, but it has yet another very interesting effect. If one of your opponent monsters are sent to the graveyard or destroyed in the graveyard or banished, you can attach it to this. Now this is where I was talking about earlier when I said Traptrix has a way of playing around some of the faults, because if you have to special summon Pudika, you can banish one of your opponent monsters. If Pringles is on the field, Pringles attaches that monster. So your opponent he won't receive that monster back. He won't. I'm sucking you in. Oh my goodness, I'm sucking you in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she looks like a prostitute and I'm saying about sucking you in. Get your mind out of the gutter. Alright, we played 1 copy of the Ameros. Yeah, this card basically is your monster reborn. Your monster. It can like suck. Like with this, bro. What's with all the sucking? I don't know. Right? You have to detach 2 monsters when they special summon 1 level 4 or plant monster from your graveyard. Okay, the remaining cards in extra deck, we have our Time Thief Redoer. Yeah, this card is like a must in Time Thief. Oh my god, Time Thief. This card is a must in Traptrix, especially the fact that you tend to have trap monsters, which means you can have a trap card attached to this. Once this card has a trap attached to it, It basically has a non-targetable spot removal, right? Remove a face-up card and return it to the top of the deck. This also has a very sexy play where during the opponent draw phase, standby phase, you're gonna attach one of your opponent's top cards to this card, and you always hope to get a spell card because a spell card gives you a free draw, right? Quite nice, quite nice. Yeah, but this card is very nice. Also playing for back removal. Yeah, we can. Why not? Tornado Dragon, 2 level 4s, you know, quick effect, we can detach material from this card, destroy a spell and trap on the field. Babushka, definitely, if you're playing any deck that can do rank 4s, you might be interrupted. The opponent might slow you down somewhere, some form. Slap into a Babushka, you get drunk or whatnot, it buys us about 2 turns, maybe sometimes 1. But at least we get a free turn, to ring our combo. Alright, there are times like your opponent just has a big monster, a big stick monster. And like I said, Traptrix tend to not have some of the strongest monsters. Despite the arrival of the Octopus, our monsters are still generally weak. I don't think we break the 4K war. We don't break the 4K war. So this is where we're gonna do the Utopia package, where we go into the lightning, which is about 5K, allow us to beat through monsters, and we're good. And the last monster is generic Cerberus. Cerberus triggers the effects of these 2 cards. Also, it kind of like links to give us an extra draw if you have a Sarah on the field or whatnot. It's either Cerberus or Nightmare Phoenix. But I think Cerberus is better because back row removal is quite easy because of the Mamelo. We tend to pop cards in Mamelo. So most times they might have a monster that's a threat. So the Cerberus comes in clean. Like that. It also triggers this effect. So it's the best. It's the better of the two. Unless you have a little more money to play IP, then you can slap IP in there. That might be $40 with IP in it, but yeah, that's generally fine. IP is better, but that can work. That can definitely work. Alright, let's see exactly how the deck operates. So we are going first, and this is our hand. This hand is amazing. This hand is straight up fire, right? This hand is straight up fire. So we're gonna summon our Pudika. Pudika is gonna give us that search to our field spell, and from here we are gonna go into our Sarah and then set our Hoteler. And once Hotel is in the field, we can actually activate it in 7 turns it's set by discarding one of our trap hole cards from the deck. Activate trap hole, activate the Hotel, special summon it. This is gonna trigger the effect of Sarah. Sarah has 2 effects, right? If you activate a normal trap card, you can special summon a Traptrix monster from your deck with a different name than you control. If you activate the effect of a Traptrix monster, you can set 1 trap hole directly from your deck. So we activated a trap card. Sarah allows us to now special summon one of our Traptrix monsters from the deck. We're gonna special summon our Dionair. When Dionair is special summoned, it sets us one of our trap hole cards from the deck. Now we're gonna keep it quite simple here, and this, like I said, I'm always going for Floodgate Trap Hole to protect my Sarah. Sarah is always safe because this is one of the cards I think that can always be active. Right, boom. From here, we are going to go straight into a Reflection. Now, this is summon number 5. And this is one thing that's very great again about the Traptrix deck is the fact that they play around Nibiru. Like, it's very rare someone's going to Nibiru a Traptrix deck, right? From this here, I can extend even more because we do have that extra number summon. But I think I'm fine, right? Let's not overextend. Let's see what the opponent's playing. Let's have an understanding of where things are going and whatnot. So I'm gonna keep it quite simple here. We have the protection for our Sarah. We have the Floodgate Trap Hole. We have a time space, and we have the Reflection. With an ash in hand, I'm feeling confident. There's no way I'm gonna overextend here. We are all good. Let's see what the opponent. Okay, the opponent is playing a branded. We have no reason here. When you're playing branded, bro, I have tunnel vision when I'm playing branded. Unless I see branded fusion, one of the best cards in the game, I'm not playing my Ash at all. So I don't really care what's going on there because sometimes you play Ash on these things and he already has branded fusion in hand. So now let's wait for the branded fusion. And nothing here is a threat. If it's not a threat, there's no reason. There's no reason to deal with it, right? No reason, right? That's fine, bro. You can go ahead and draw. Now he goes there. Here's a threat interesting play. Activate the effect of the Fallout Alba. Now when this card is special summoned, you can discard a card and it basically is a fake super poly, right? To some extent. But now Refrigerator is not gonna have. We're gonna activate the effect as you can see, right? Talking about Nibiru. The opponent may have had Nibiru in his hand and he's He's like, nah, bro, Nibiru is useless against the deck. I'm discarding my Nibiru as cost. Like, yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. So now we're gonna activate Reflection Effect to send to the graveyard and to activate Trap Hole Nightmare. Basically, if your opponent summons special summon a monster and activate the effect, it backs get broken. Like you're gonna break the back and like, nah, bro, and destroy it. Get off my field. This is gonna trigger the effect of Sarah because one of your Traptrix monster effect was activated. So it's gonna set us a trap card, and then we are gonna go for the Grave Digger's Trapple. Now, I went for the Grave Digger's Trapple because I'm like, okay, I'm understanding of what the opponent is playing. Let's set this on the field instead, and now next turn, Reflection can deal with other matters, right? We have this card on the field. This also scares the opponent, like, bro, this card is on the field. This card is very scary. This card is very scary, right? Now, nah, we have the archetype for this. Goes again, boom, as you can see, the protection. Yeah, we're losing life points, but our Reflection is in the field, so he's unable to activate the effect. Sorry, he's unable to stomp through our Sarah. So we are all good. A little life points lost, but that's fine. You have the Jerusalem in hand, but the threat of the Grave Digger's Trapple now forces him to play the Jerusalem, because if my turn now came through and he activated Jerusalem, I could just break his back, right? I could just break his back. So I guess he wants the Jerusalem on the field as soon as possible to dodge this. We're not looking bad. We're not looking bad. Summon the Momelo, get a nice search to our Trap Hole Nightmare, trigger the effect of Sarah. Sarah sets Trap Hole, and then we get the extra normal summon set here. But what I'm gonna do, right? Because I want to really play around the Jerusalem, right? There's no threat to Nibiru. We have Grave Digger's Trapple, so it doesn't really matter. Banish my Sarah so I can special summon Pudika. However, I didn't activate the effect of Pudika right here because we could have banished one of these, but you will see why, right? I'm gonna go into Pringles. Pringles gonna give us a search. Then we're gonna normal summon our Diana. Diana normal summon effect allows us to special summon one of our Traptrix monsters from the graveyard. Boom, Pudika, activate Pudika effect, banish the Jerusalem. So Jerusalem threat, graveyard threat is no longer a thing, so I don't have to waste my the Gravekeeper's Trapple on the Jerusalem. And now we're gonna attach it. You're gonna see go into our Sarah, and now let's attack the field. Now you see, like you see, bro, this 2500 to 2500, but the fact that our refrigerator is protecting us from being destroyed, I can run my 25 to 25, my monster is still alive, all good. Clean the opponent board, we're looking good. Now, like I said during the deck profile, the effect of Diana during the end of the other turn, when this card sets one of your trap cards from the grave, it is banished. Unfortunately, we didn't have access to the Mantis to return it to our hand to retain this card. Unfortunately, I could have played to this, but we got a little greedy and we went that line. But we all good. We all good. Wow, we couldn't top deck a super poly, fastest super poly ever. Super poly ever. Yeah, I tried bottomlessing this because I didn't want him to draw a card from the Gorora, but he's now protecting the branded opening, which protects your fusion monsters from disruption. This now gonna change the effect of Sarah. Sarah is now gonna special summon one of the Traptrix monsters from the deck since the trap card was activated, and boom, Pudika on the field, banish this card, right? And now since a monster effect is activated, I'm not gonna set one of my favorite trap hole chain hole actually on the field. So we're looking good. We are looking good. The opponent is now just stand by phase. Like I said, the downfall to this card is the opponent now can special summon any of the banished monsters, and since we use this effect twice, the opponent is now getting 2 monsters for free. Nibiru is back and one of the Aluba's monsters, but yeah, I don't want to lose too much life points. Let's put the Nibiru face down, and I'm fine here because I'm gonna use the effect of Volatillo to get the Reflection on the field. Reflection effect is gonna kick in the continuity effect. This card is not gonna be destroyed. He's going for the branded fusion by banishing the tragedy, but nah, bro. Gravekeeper's Trapple, nah, bro. Don't banish yourself for no effect. And from here, bro, the fit is still. This is a matter of how we can flex this out. So I'm going effect here. Boom, special summon here. Effect. Like as you can see, like I said, you neg your opponent and you plus so much with this deck, right? You plus so much with this deck. It's quite crazy. The control, as you can see, my feel, my hand, everything is looking super tight. The opponent is not breaking this box. Yeah, this was very risky given my life points was low. But Bro, that's straight up crazy. Yeah, we get to get a monster for free because of the effect of Super Puppy. That's crazy. And we're gonna finish it off, right? We're gonna finish it off right here. And like I said, guys, like the deck does so much. And you can think, this is just $20. 20 or $20. A deck can do so much. We're gonna go into a Cerberus, and how you're gonna see Cerberus gonna trigger the effect of our Pringles. And like I said, bro, Cerberus works so nice. It is a much better than Phoenix in this low budget version of the deck. And then he's gonna activate the effect. Nah, because this card can be special summon itself. You know, he's trying to go away protection, but Chain always like nah, bro, nah, bro. It doesn't have any cards in hand, so I cannot banish any cards. And from there, it's just hand extended handshake. GG's. Oh my god, wait, $20, guys, $20. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this deck. Click the like button if you enjoy, and stay tuned for next week Tuesday for another $20 deck. Yeah, see you guys, take care.